Welcome back to K Sports. I'm Ryan with Max and Adam. On the phone is our West Coast correspondent, Kunal. Kunal, you there?
Yeah, I think I am.
All right, that's great. So, how you doing?
Good. It's good.
Kunal, it's Max here. I got a question for you. It's actually our question of the day. So the Sox season's now over, and looking at their offseason work, they got three main free agents that they really would like to bring back. You have David Ortiz, Adrian Beltre, and Victor Martinez. So I'm asking you, obviously the best situation would be to bring all three back, but who's the most important player to bring back, and who's the player that, you know, you try to, but if he goes to another team, it's how it ends up?
I think the most important player definitely is Adrian Beltre. They give him a lot of RBIs. I think it was 6th in the AL, and then he had one of the best averages in the league. He scored a lot of runs. And then I think the player that you don't need to bring back like that desperately is David Ortiz. Even though he had a great year, we don't use him that much because he's a DH. And Victor Martinez I think we also need, but not as much as Beltre, because Victor Martinez, Euclid will be strong, but we still need the catcher, so that's why I think we need Victor Martinez back.
All right.
All right, Kunal, it's Adam here. The Red Sox season is over, but the MLB season continues through the playoffs. Who do you think is going to come out with the World Series victory this year?
I think the Philadelphia Phillies will come out with the championship because they've got their big three in pitching, which is Cole Hamels, Roy Halladay, and Roy Oswalt. So they're very strong in the pitching. Then they got their big bats with Ryan Howard and Jason Worth, and they've just been like mowing down everyone. Even their bench, when they already clinched best berth in the NL, they've still been hot, and they've been very good and consistent, and they had that big 11 streak, which clinched the best record in home field advantage for the whole playoffs.
So, Kunal, I know it's hard to say, but you got to think of the Yankees as a serious competitor. And with their lineup going with Jeter, Teixeira, A-Rod, Cano, Swisher, they just have so many players who can hit home runs, bring in RBIs, and just have excellent days. And then you go to their pitching where you have CC, Pettit, Phil Hughes, Rivera, who's the best closer of all time. How can you really say that they won't win?
I think because they're pitching, they only have Sabathia, and Phil Hughes has been ishy, and so have their other pitchers. But Mariano Rivera, as you said, he's been very strong. I don't think you can stop him, maybe one in every 20 tries. But I still think the Yankees, even though with their big bats, they will choke, major choke.
And then lastly, Kunal, the the AL East champions, the Tampa Bay Rays. Can you give us an idea of if they even have a chance of winning this World Series, or if they're still too young and they're still developing?
I think they do have a small chance, but not as big as the Yankees, because the Yankees have the big bats, and the Rays, they've been known to not do that great in the World Series. So I think that they will also choke as well as the Yankees, maybe second round, because they'll have to face the Yankees. But I definitely think, I'm 90% sure, that someone out of the AL East will definitely make the World Series, either being the Yankees or the Rays.
All right, thank you, Kunal, for your time.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so we'll see you next week on K Sports.
Yep, bye. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we'll continue after this break. Yeah, so let's take it off to the question of the day, where here's the question. The Boston Red Sox have 3 big free agents on their roster, and they are, as we all know, David Ortiz, who are the other ones?
Adrian Beltre and Victor Martinez.
And the question is, do you think they can hold on to all of them? And if they cannot, which ones are they going to hold on to, and which ones are they going to get rid of? And we'll be right back with K Sports. Joined here with Max and Adam. So let's talk about the panel pick baseball playoffs. Who will win the World Series and why? What do you guys say?
I'm going to say the Yankees, and although I hate to say it as a Boston fan, I have to say it, being realistic. With their lineup, as I was saying before, with Kunal, with Jeter, then Teixeira, A-Rod, Cano, Swisher. You have Brett Gardner, who gets a single, next thing you know, he's on third base in scoring position. And then you put their pitchers with CeCe, Pettit, Hughes, and the best closer of all time, as much as I hate to say it again, Mariano Rivera. He gets the job done in the playoffs. He knows what to do. And I really don't see a team that matches the bats and the pitching staff that this team has.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Boston Red Sox, I got to call out to them. They're my favorites, but Yankees are definitely looking like they're going to win it this year. I mean, they have the pitching, they have the hitting. It might not be the best pitching or hitting, but it's definitely high up enough to take them to the World Series and to win it. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I mean, I would like, when we make predictions, I usually would like to shy off. I really don't think predictions are really my thing. I think, really, with sports and baseball in particular, anything could happen. The team that you think, they're only there because their division is so weak that, they could, just sit on the field and win. That all of a sudden, they're on a hot streak and they're in the World Series, and in this point, it's really all up to whatever happens.
Yeah, speaking of easy divisions, we do have the Philadelphia Phillies with a possible chance because they just sail across their division and there really is no problems there. But, I mean, do they have what it takes to win the World Series? I mean, who knows? But, like,
I think they do. I mean, they have the pitching staff. Their bats are there. I don't think they're at the same level as the Yankees yet, but they're definitely there.
They have better pitching than
the thing about baseball is any team on any given day can come out and beat another team. And
exactly.
Although it's 4 out of 7 once you get to the World Series, if you see the Yankees and the Phillies in the World Series, anything can happen.
Yeah, you never know.
Really
You might have some guy on the team just wake up and go, you know what, I'm going to be a hero today. And they take it off and they go on a streak and one guy does well and that heats up the rest of the team and they all start doing well and then they take it to the World Series and win. So you never know with baseball.
And if we see that situation with the Phillies and the Yankees and you get Halladay pitching against Sabathia, you have 2 pitchers on the mound who expect to go out, pitch 9 innings, and not give up a run. Yeah. So you're wondering which team is going to be the player that makes the difference. And once you get to that point in October, it could be anybody.
Up here over to golf, we have the Ryder Cup, and the European side came to roaring back to take a commanding 9.5 to 6 and a half lead heading into Monday's single matches. The U.S. team could only muster 1 half point in today's matches, and for the first time, the Ryder Cup will be decided on Monday. That will do it for us at K Sports Sundays. For Max and Adam, I'm Ryan. See you in 2 weeks.